Hey, this is Tom at Talent Guitar Works. I'm in day two of the move, the exciting new move to the new property that's going to house either the 1,200 square foot or the 1,500 square foot. We're trying to decide. I think it's going to be 1,500 square foot new building for Talent. Um, Ironically, my girlfriend plays keyboards, I play guitar. So the music room is completely set up. There's no furniture in the house, very little clothing wise, and the refrigerator's empty. But the guitars and the keyboards and the Leslie, all that stuff, wired up to the computer, everything's working, it's all operational. So that's good. While we were doing that, I heard the sad news. I was watching Casino Guitars, and they said that Sam Ash was closing, and I said, surely they just mean the 14 stores mentioned. And I checked, and I called the Sarasota store today, which is the closest store to me, and they did confirm they're all going to close. They're done. And the irony of that is this is year 100. So was it too many birthdays for Sam Ash? Um, a lot of people point at the internet right now and they say internet sales. Uh, and they kind of talk about Sweetwater, they talk about Thomann, um, they don't talk about the Asian guitars. But what I am going to talk about right now is that the fact that these 44 stores are all going to close up. It could be the graying of the industry where the kids of Sam Ash, the fourth generation, whatever it is, has no interest in the music business at this point, and they're ready to move on. Now, we have to consider what happens to Samson, which is owned by Sam Ash, and it was a play on Son of Sam. And they did the microphones, the monitors, the PA systems, and the wireless systems. And I know they're still carried at Sweetwater, but for how long? How is this going to impact that? Is that the next brick to be knocked out of the wall? Um, I have to wonder. But Sam Ash is going to be missed. And I know when people say they're closing, everybody goes, oh, I just remember the good times. Well, some of us can remember bad times. I didn't have any bad times with him. All I had was good memories of Sam Ash. And Sam was an Austrian violin player that was an instructor in New York City, and that's how he started the business and then built it from there. And 4 generations later, the doors are going to close, which is kind of sad. I did talk to the guys in Sarasota and asked, I said, are there going to be big sales? And they said the online sale is not going to start yet. In-store sales, so he said maybe 5 to 10% off the items they have in stock right now. So would it be worth your while to go up and cruise through a Sam Ash? It might be if you're looking for some equipment. But I want to go on to the other side of this, and people are pointing fingers about this caused it and that caused it. We caused it, we the consumer. We have to take responsibility for our actions. We have to take responsibility for where we purchase goods, and those choices, evidently had an outcome that put Sam Ash out of business. Now I know there's somebody that's going to say, how many mom and pop stores did Sam Ash put out of business? I don't know, because he started as a mom and pop store. Come on, he started in 1924. There were no big box stores back then. And they only had 44 stores at their height. They didn't even have a store in every state in the United States. So, and I think with 44 stores, they had under 1,000 employees. So it's still not as huge as you think it was. But what I'm referring to is a lot of people are pointing to internet sales, and that's the cause of these big box stores going under. Well, maybe, but they're pointing the finger kind of at Sweetwater and Thomann. You also have to consider the Asian market. You have to consider the Temu guitars and all the alternative choices we've made over the past decade that have put us in this situation. And we could go as far as to reach to our political figures and what impact they had on our economy and foreign economies, and what the interest rates are now, and what people consider to be disposable income, and what their wants and needs are, and the difference of those. And, all of that is controlled by us, what we do, how we vote, where we buy, and who we patronize and who we don't. So, it's something to consider when people start to point that finger. And I'm not trying to take a side here on anything. All I'm saying is our choices have outcomes. And the outcome on this one was Sam Ash is going to leave us. And if anything, I thought I would have bet they would survive with paring down the stores that they didn't own the storefront, but even Sarasota's store that they bought from Thoroughbred Music, which was owned by the guy who owns Dean Guitars, I think his last name's Elliott. These iconic stores just fall. There was a store in Tampa that was called Legends, and they fell. And now you've got Replay that's up in Tampa that's doing a lot of boutique stuff, and a lot of the guys that worked at Legends came in to help out with that store. I've been there a few times, a really cool store, but we have to wonder, where are you going to buy your guitar in the future? Who is going to influence you to what your purchase is going to be? This is important because, you know, we could have a lot of junky guitars floating around, and you know, the two sides of the other coin are, well, Guitar Center and Sam Ash, all the guitars are beat on that are in there. Well, you guys said you wanted to play the guitar before you bought it. Now maybe the only time you're going to see a beat on guitar is if it was a floor model or a demo and you're taking a hit on the price, or they're taking a hit on the price to sell it to you. So let me know, where are you going to buy your next guitar, and who's going to help you make those decisions on what to buy. So remember, only half my ideas are any good. So we'll see you, and we'll be posting some videos of the property and where the shop's going to go. And I'm probably going to be down for about 3 months. So it's going to be August, September timeframe before I get a certificate of occupancy for that building and everything's rocking and rolling again. But this too must pass, and we'll survive and get it all done. So we'll send some pictures or videos of the music room on the next one and the property where the shop's going to go. So hope you have a great weekend, and like I said, just think about the choices you make and where you shop and who you're buying from and who you want to see stick around and who you don't. That's about it. Bye.